Hey Pisces, this is your bi-weekly reading. So we are taking a look, I'm feeling this one. We're taking a look at that period of time from the full moon to the new moon. And so that is the waning phase of the moon. We're looking at the full moon on December 26th, which is after the Christmas holiday. If actually I'm feeling this card, we're gonna go with that. So we're looking at that period of time from December 26th, which is the full moon in Capricorn, in Cancer in tropical astrology, and then taking that to the new moon, January 11th in Capricorn. So that one's in Capricorn. So that's all in tropical astrology. So this waning phase is an approximate 2-week period of time. For those of you who are just joining and haven't seen my videos before, hi, welcome. These are pulled to see where we can focus our time, energy, and attention in our lives, like what area of our life that would be the linchpin that would have the most benefit, that for just a 2-week period of time, just 2 weeks, that we focused more energy into this area would actually be super beneficial and ripple out to all other areas of our life in the most beneficial way. So let's first take a look at the house that's coming up for you, and then we can talk about like how that might fit with the waning energy of the moon, right? So we're taking a look at the 11th house, and it says community. I think that's a really good keyword for it. More specifically, we're looking at like your social groups that you belong to, right? Like if you're a cosplayer or a gamer or an astrologer or whatever it is, like who are your social groups? And that's either in, real life or online, wherever that is. For any of you who are maybe online personalities or who have products that you put out or things of that nature, this can also be like your quote unquote fan base, right? That can also be found in this particular house. So, but yeah, your social groups, the people that you associate with, that you relate to, that are peers, right? That kind of area of your life. So when we're working with the waning phase of the moon and this particular area, I like to think of it as cleaning house, right? Like what is working and not working, so that we can see like what needs to be cleaned up or cleared out. That doesn't necessarily mean cutting out people or groups. It can, however, it could also be about maybe there's certain conversations that need to be had, or maybe spending less time with some groups and more time with other groups, right? Noticing how you feel when you are hanging out with these people or in these groups, and how you feel afterwards. Like, do you feel drained, or do you feel like lit up and like filled up, right? Do you feel like, yeah, that was time well spent? How does this area of your life feel? What's the health of this area of your life? And are there any adjustments that need to be made if there are things that are, or groups or people that are maybe out of alignment? Perhaps you've been hanging out in certain groups for a while and you're just like, not to say I won't come back to spend more time in this particular area with these particular social friends or this group or whatever, but I'm feeling a pull to put more of my energy and attention into like these other areas, or like, so maybe making adjustments like that, right? So that's what we're looking at here. And then with that, we have the Page of Swords coming through as the advice that comes through. I think this is just stepping back and getting the big picture, getting to a vantage point where you can actually like be above, get the bird's eye view, like be a little bit higher up and be able to like see and survey, everything as a whole, take some time maybe to get that kind of clarity, to examine things in this way, by taking that step back, zooming out. That's what I was looking for. I was like, what is the word I'm looking for? Or what are the words? So yeah, zooming out. So that's what I'm seeing here, and I think that's a really great piece of advice, a great way to go about this. Like, obviously a waning phase of the moon is less like active and like going out there and building momentum, right? This is more, maybe more passive, more receptive, more kind of not the same kind of energy as that like burst, right? And so with the end of the year coming to a close, now this is, if you do celebrate Christmas, this is right after the Christmas holiday. Maybe you're ramping up for the new year, but like this also takes us to January 11th. So it takes us to after the new year. So perhaps like this might be that time that feels appropriate to do that kind of reflection, to take a step back. Maybe after you've spent time on New Year's or through the holidays, like you've just seen maybe some things have become apparent for you in these areas that are now becoming more clear, or that you want to get more clarity around. And so you kind of slow down and take a step back and examine things and get some perspective. So the time of year also is just like, I think that happens for a lot of people when we're turning the calendar year, but you know, it feels really appropriate what I'm seeing here. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please give the video a like. It really does help me as I'm building the channel. Send this off to another Pisces. If you feel like there's a Pisces out there who you're just like, I know a Pisces, I think this message is for them, please do share it. I am trying to build a channel, but also I want this information to be helpful and assistive in how we navigate our lives, right? So thank you for your time. Thanks for being here. By the way, if you are trying to book your year ahead 2024 astrology reading or your tarot year ahead reading, those links are down below in the description box. And I will also have there whether I'm choosing to extend the winter solstice sale to the first of the year. So you'll see that there. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me and DM me. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next year. Bye.